makes winning.
Starting 5 on the floor. And then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope's pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Jackson against Lynn. And the basket by Jackson. Game against the Pacers in Indianapolis.
And had their offense humming.
A clear look at the hoop. He doesn't miss many of those.
Harden the pass to Jackson. From outside the arc. The shot got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
First trip to the line for him here. That one is off. For the New York Knicks, they come into this one following a loss to the Pacers in Indiana.
And listen, you have to take advantage of the... freebies, and on that night they did not, and that is why they just could not recover.
Exactly. I mean, they left too much cheese at the foul line, and in the end it mattered on the scoreboard and cost him. You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit.
That's gone here in the first quarter. The Rockets have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Back to Jackson. There's the 3. Jackson missing again.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's on Motiejunas.
That's his first personal foul.
New York shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
In the season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
First free throw is good. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. Houston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Jackson. Drops it in from 11 feet.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending.
Here's Lynn following the basket by Freak.
I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just
Ben, and he told me that they want to have to rely on their perimeter game. Instead, he plans to exploit what he described as a mismatch on the interior, saying, quote, "We have the talent inside to make things very difficult on them. We're going to use it." Kevin?
Thank you, Doris. And here is Lynn following the three-pointer by Freak.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. And the Rockets making a change here. Brewers checked in. The Knicks making a switch here. Here's Lynn. Kicks to Carmelo. The 9-footer's on the mark. Anthony's got 5.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Outside Jackson. From deep, Harden. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression.
on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And that one's good.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Caldwell Pope kicks to Anthony. The wing jumper off target. Rockets trail by 4. Outside Jackson. Here's Harden on the wing. Takes a 3. That ball can't find the basket. His 6th miss in 9 shots. Lynn dishes to Anthony. The basket good off the assist from Lynn. 7 points for Carmelo Anthony.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Okay, man, put your hands together for your Rockets Power Dancers.
Houston making some changes. Houston's gotten both of their 3-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Moniunas out there with Hill. And it's Jackson in at the point guard position. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Now here's Jackson. 23 points for him in the last game against the Lakers.
And equally as impressive, the playmaking. Just sensational. The way he was seeing the court and making the game easy for his teammates.
And here are the Knicks now, following the three-pointer by Freak. Leonard with a screen on Moniunas. And here's Anthony from the arc. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. Moniunas passes to Jackson. The tray cannot hit. The Knicks go the other way with it. Pass to Anthony. The feed now to Lynn. Anthony on the wing. 6 to shoot. Harden with the defensive effort.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Right side Jackson. Moniunas kicks to Jackson. The rebound by Caldwell Pope.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
Stolen by Jackson. It's Harden with the drive. That's good. Harden's got 7.
They started the game off tortoise-like, but their offense coming to life.
Yeah, they've got a little bit more pep in their step as they start to put together some rhythm.
Now here's Lynn. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. 6 on the shot clock. Anthony dishes to Lynn from the wing. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
And he has slipped into a fog. You can see the confidence is shaking.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, he's very much deflated. The basket looks a lot smaller to him at this point, and the only way you can get out of it is to work yourself out of it.
And 2 more 3-point field goals for him here in the second quarter. Somebody had better get a hand up.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Lakers was just a man on a mission. He ended with 23 points and also had an incredible amount of assists, really setting his teammates up every minute on the court. It was the kind of game that coaches love because he was a big factor in every play, it seemed.
All right, Doris, thanks so much for the report. You had to just marvel, guys, at what he was able to do that night, didn't you?
You know what? It was the game of basketball being played at its highest level. No question who their MVP was in that one.
No question whatsoever, Greg. I mean, that's a performance he and his fans will remember for a long, long time.
Here's Jackson after Jeremy Lin's bucket. Back to Ariza for 3. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists in the game. Knicks trail by 4. 1 second separate in the shot clock and game clock. The drive by Anthony. The offensive rebound. And another shot. No good.
And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that board.
Harden has a wide-open look. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
What a passing display he has put on here tonight.
Yeah, he's spoiling us, Greg. I mean, there's just another fantastic dime drop right there. That one certainly should make the highlight reel.
And so we conclude the first half. Rockets ahead as they end the second quarter with an energy burst, a 19-7 run. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
No, Carmelo, after this first half of play, what do you believe the team needs to focus on from here on out?
Well, just
The second half just about to get going here. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
How about the magic touch he had on display there in that first half in terms of finding his teammates? Just a plethora of assists.
plethora. You're going deep into that dictionary of yours, man. It's not a common occurrence with this guy, though. Typically, he's more of a finisher, but that's not been the case in this one.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Kurt Rambis. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is out there with Jeremy Lin. Then it's Anthony. Then there's Myers Leonard. And it's Robinson in at the power forward position. Knicks trail by 7. Feeds to Anthony. From 10 feet out. Will not drop through. That miss puts him at 6 for 10. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Good. And 12 points for James Harden.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
It's Jackson with the drive. Harden the pass to Hill. From the arc. That's good for Ariza on the assist by Hill. And now a 12-point Rocket lead.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing 4 of the last 5 makes coming from long range.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Let's spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Well, guys, Kevin McHale, he said their plan was run their offense through James Harden. Coach detailed the ways to ensure he's the one in charge out there, with the ball in his hands and the rest of the players falling in line behind him. Perhaps the rest of the second half will look different after those adjustments, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
He dishes it to Jackson.
No slowing him down. Just incredible numbers for Jackson. He's got 16 points, and he's hit 4 from beyond the arc. A weapon with those three-point shots.
You said it. His long-range jumpers are having a deadly effect.
And the Rockets making a change here. Capella's checked in. Lin with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Robinson a screen on Jackson. It's stolen by Ariza. Harden left side. Right side Jackson. From outside the arc. And it's Lin with the rebound.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
They need this. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. And so it's Houston with it. Outside Jackson.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
Dishes to Capella. Lin against Jackson. Jackson can't get that one to fall. Knicks trail by 12. Caldwell-Pope kicks to Lin. Robinson a screen on Harden. Plays it up and banks it in. And it's 6 points here for Lynn.
Good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
Again, the miss by Jackson. The Knicks have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Anthony dishes to Lynn. Good. Lynn's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Knicks.
No hesitation at all right there. Just right up against a much bigger defender.
Man, and I love that fearlessness, that aggressive attitude. Boy, I love watching guys play with that kind of abandon and freedom, Greg. It's a beautiful thing, man.
All right, Houston, coming up the corner, your own Rockets Power Dancers. Give it up!
Houston making 2 changes. Deckers checked in for Monty Eunice. Harris Houston with a big group substitution here. Hill, he's checked in for Capella. Monty Eunice comes in for Trevor Ariza. Corey Brewer's checked in for Decker. And it's Jackson in for Harris. Now here's Williams. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
Boy, that's a nice feed by Lawson.
Outside Anthony. High post shot. And the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
The mid-range jumper is a high percentage shot for him, and when he's got that much room, forget about it.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Jackson has the open look. Again, the miss by Jackson.
He's really slowed down a bit here in the second half. He hasn't converted a 3 yet after the tremendous first half he had.
Here's Williams. Shoots. Got it, and the Houston lead has been cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Carmelo Anthony.
Anthony in a rhythm and a groove now.
Okay, fans, put your hands together for
Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. The Knicks shooting 43% from the floor. Jackson is in at the point. Monty Eunice out there with Brewer. Then it's Harden, and it's Hill in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Leonard, the pass to Carmelo. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. On the wing, Harden. And some nice passing there by Houston. Outside Jackson. He feeds it to Brewer. Back to Jackson. Just 5 on the clock. Houston needs to get a shot up. Pulls up. High post. Here's Monty Eunice. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Monty Eunice has got the first. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. It's Anthony with the drive. Count that one. Anthony's got 22 points.
They're leaning on that mid-range shot right now. That's 6 of their last 10 points from that area.
And it's working. As long as the defense gives you space, hey, let it fly. Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
And it's sent back by Hill. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Hill. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Houston. Robin Lopez is checked in for the Knicks. Kyle O'Quinn comes in for Leonard. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. That one's in there. Rocket lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Lynn. Jackson with it. He kicks to Ariza. Monty Eunice, a screen on Lynn. Jackson drives in, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard. one hand.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
And, guys, it was a terrific understanding between teammates that made that possible. They really did read each other well there. Well, Jeremy Lin in this one, 10 points, and he's been delivering a healthy dose of helpers, too.
He really has, Clark. Always with his head up, looking to make the pass, trying to find the open man.
And he can't make the second free throw either, missing both. Down low, here's Harden. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Harden's got the lead up to 14 now for the Rockets. For New York, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Anthony against Ariza. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
He went a decent amount of time before his first turnover there. It's really been a good, safe stretch of basketball from him to this point.
Outside Jackson, it's Ariza on the wing. There's the pass to Jackson. Hill, a screen on Lin. Jackson kicks to Hill. Clock at 6. To the middle. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. And the Rockets lead by 16.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
Knicks trail by 16. Outside, Lin. It's rebounded by Houston. Moniunas has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. It's Ariza on the wing. Jackson kicks to Moniunas. Lin against Jackson. Shot clock at 6. Moniunas' shot is good.
And it's all one-way traffic tonight, boy. They have been lights out offensively.
And there's no telling how big that lead's going to get. But, again, it's just one game, but nonetheless a very impressive one, the way they've handled their business here.
Quinn dishes to Anthony. They can't stop the run with that one. Rockets leading by 18. On the wing, Harden. Jackson kicks to Moniunas. Back to Jackson. Deflects the pass. Ariza passes to Jackson. It's Ariza on the wing. Here's Hill. And Houston again with the bucket.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. Hammers it down off the coast-to-coast break.
Well, there's hot guys, and then there's really hot. They just can't miss.
You know, Greg, sometimes you'll see an individual guy go on a shooting tear like this, but the whole squad, wow.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Houston.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance, Clark. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that. And now, for the year, this is going to take them to 7 wins.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting, Greg, will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Jackson. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Lopez a screen. Brown kicks to O'Quinn. Williams for 3. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. And here's Houston. They're on a 16-6 run. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. To the right side. Back to Jackson. A 3 ball. And that one's good.
And you can sense the fact that they didn't want to let the fans down here. It's been a fun night to be in the building.
Greg, it really has been. I mean, such a lively, vibrant atmosphere, and no doubt that played a part in the big win.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Freak. He had a tremendous first half, and that clearly inspired the... And, folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll be watching the Houston Rockets playing against the Portland Trail Blazers. Taking a look at the Trail Blazers, the season hasn't started the way they had expected it to and have come up against some very difficult matchups. Still plenty of time, of course, to make adjustments, and tonight's game will be another opportunity to try to build that confidence this team needs. Well, last season, Portland had one of the most explosive offenses in the league. They sort of flew under the radar in that respect. Kenny, what makes this Blazers offense so potent?
Well, they got a lot of guys that can hurt you, Ernie, all over the court. They can shoot threes, they can go inside, they're slashers, and they'll punish teams at the free throw line because they really attack the
We are live from Portland, Oregon for a Western Conference contest with the Trail Blazers. Sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony and Doris Burke reporting from the sidelines. Take a look at the Rockets. This is a determined team right now, and they've gone 7-1 in what's been a terrific start to the season.
It's go time. Now, these are two teams whose rivalry goes way back, and anytime they renew it, the fans, as well as all that are involved, are going to be in for a treat.
I like that. Go time. That's a good way to put it. I mean, this will be a testy encounter between these two. The build-up to the game has been extremely intense. I think everybody's expecting some kind of volatility to erupt on the floor today.
A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Hill is out there with Montejunas, and it's Jackson in at the point.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
And so it's Houston with it. 4-point game. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really quite shocking and disappointing how many free runs to the hoop they got.
Now here's Lillard following the miss by Freak. Works out with the ball. He's picked up by Hill. Over to the left wing. Here's Wingate. Portland again missing.
early on, 3 misses to open the game. Their offense right now still trying to find its way. Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Lillard dishes to Hardaway. Davis, the pass to Lillard. Lillard again missing.
Boy, after the first 3 misses, I thought they'd get one here, but they still can't connect.
Harden gets the bucket.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
Lillard attacking. Can they get it? He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Took a little time, but they get one to go. Maybe they're warmed up now.
The Rockets have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Jackson misses. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Here's Lillard. It's rebounded by Houston. Last time they met in Houston.
And they tailored a fantastic, I thought, offensive game plan. And that went, I mean, they knew exactly how to exploit the holes in that defense.
And exploit them they did. I mean, they exposed them tremendously. They kept so much pressure on the defenders over the course of that game that the defense really never had an answer.
It's Gortat with the drive. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. And it's Ariza in the corner. A shot by Harden. Wide open. Misses, and he wants that one back.
And even though he missed that, you have to take those shots when you get the opportunity.
Exactly. They don't come much better or easier than that. Well, I'd have to say Lillard is one of the game's best passers right now.
And so here is Houston. The Blazers getting the bucket. Back to Jackson. Harden outside. And some nice passing there by Houston. Back to Jackson. Just 5 to shoot. Houston needs to get a shot off. Shoots the 3. Again, the miss by Harden. Trailblazers trail by 3. Lillard with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Davis sets a screen. Here's Hardaway. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
Hill kicks to Jackson. It's back to Hill. Pass to Ariza. To the middle. Trying to find Jackson. He's got it now. And he gets it to go. Jackson's got his second bucket tonight.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
We're playing too much on the perimeter.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Noah Vonleh. Rockets trail by 3. Damian Lillard out there with Jeremy Lamb. Then there's Al-Farouq Aminu. Then there's Vonleh. And it's Gortat in at the 5. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. Now here's Jackson. Turned in an outstanding game against New York. Gortat against Hill. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Right now, let's bring up the 2K leaderboard and see the teams that really knew how to clog the passing lanes last season. The Trailblazers third.
You could tell by watching them how much they enjoyed playing defense. They seem to have an endless reserve of energy flying around and pressuring the basketball.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Wingate comes in for Al-Farouq Aminu. Hardaway is subbed in for Lamb. And a change for the Rockets. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Capella. Jackson against Lillard. Jackson dishes to Hill. Gortat with the block. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Knicks was just a man on a mission. He had 29 points and was just on point from deep, sinking what seemed to be an endless stream of threes. Performances like this is a big reason why they've been so strong to start the season.
All right, Doris, thank you. It really was a stunning performance. He was at his absolute best in that game.
And if he can come anywhere close to another performance like that here tonight, It would be amazing.
Yeah, it really would be, because you know now the defense is going to be focused squarely on him. They're going to make sure that he doesn't beat him again.
Here's Lillard following the basket by Freak.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
Ed Davis is checked in for Vonleh. And both free throws good for Damian Lillard.
He's always been extremely reliable at the line, and today's been no different.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Jackson passes to Decker.
A chance here to check out how the Rockets ranked in the NBA. Last season. Tops in scoring, first in assists, and they also were #1 in team shooting percentage, a very impressive offensive group.
And when you score like these guys did last season, it gives you tremendous confidence. Just play solid defense, and you can win games.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Trailblazers leading by 4. Lillard attacking. There's the bucket. Good.
Lillard, the offense. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
Outside Jackson. He dishes it to Decker. 4 on the clock. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. Rockets have gone 4 of 6 so far from the line. Missing a couple. That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second. Now, here's Lillard. Against Indiana, he was really on his game. Gortat with a screen on Hart. Hardaway kicks to Davis. And he goes in for the dunk.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
And, guys, it was a terrific understanding between teammates that made that possible. They really did read each other well there.
And they'll keep possession. And some nice passing there by Houston. 6 on the shot clock. And stolen by Lillard. 4-on-3 break. Here's Wingate, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That one is on Ariza. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
Playing a physical. Brand of basketball so far, and those trips to the foul line have been very effective.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
Now here is Hill. Misses from short range.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss. Yeah, and they're shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Yeah, and it should help them increase their separation here. I mean, this has been an impressive offensive output.
Porter's checked in for Porter. And we've reached.
Well, James,
as we begin the second half. First half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So on the floor for Houston, Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Moniunas out there with Hill, and it's Jackson in at the 1.
That was Gortat. He usually scores, but that time set a nice screen.
Jackson gets to Ariza. The feed to Hill. Breaks a big height bounce and goes in.
Just such a good shooter from that range.
And you factor in his height advantage, it's almost unfair.
Lillard dishes to Hardaway. There's a screen by Gortat. Hardaway kicks to Lillard. Davis, the pass to Wingate. Outside Hardaway. Stolen by Harden. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. And a strong finish with two hands.
There's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set up, and you can get some easy hoops that way.
And that steal made it possible. And if they can use a few more sequences just like that.
Lillard misses.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
And he trims the lead to single digits. And that's 11 points for Freak.
Up and in on every one of their first 3 shots to start the second half.
Davis sets a screen. And Lillard kicks to Davis. And they double up Davis. Wingate passes to Lillard. He feeds it to Gortat. Lillard with no one around. And it's Lillard again missing.
Most of the time, that shot will go down. Boy, the defenders have to make sure they tag.
Out of bounds, Portland takes possession. Let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard to find out who are the best shooters from behind the arc last season. Freak, third, and of course, James Harden.
What shooting we saw from them all season. I mean, I'd love to see these guys in a game of horse. They'd probably be draining shots from midcourt.
Now, here is Gortat, and he can't stop the run as he misses. It's Harden with the drive. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 4 assists now tonight. Outside Hardaway. Lillard outside. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
You look at what Lillard has done so far. 9 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
And the Rockets making a change here. Decker's checked in. Now here's Jackson. 11 points in the game. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Back to Harden. 5 to shoot. Jackson dishes to Ariza. That 3 off the mark.
Can't connect there. Still a red-hot start to the half, hitting 4 of their first 5 field goal attempts.
Lillard attacking. Portland no good that time either.
And the D does just enough to throw off his rhythm on that shot.
Right wing. Jackson gets to Ariza. Back to Jackson. Houston moving the ball around. And here's Harden for 3. Gortat with the rebound. Trailblazers leading by 7. Lillard with it. Guarded now by Jackson. And Lillard kicks to Hardaway. There's a screen by Gortat. Back to Lillard from past the arc. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist. Hardaway has got 3 assists tonight.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Conley's checked in for Gortat. 1:24 left to play in the third. Kicks it to Capella. Back to Jackson. Lawson outside. To the paint. The 10-footer. And Jackson with the basket on the assist by Lawson. Lawson's got his 3rd assist on the night. And Lillard kicks to Porter. Back to Lillard. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Lillard's got 10 points now just in this quarter. Rockets trail by 15. There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter. Back to Jackson. They set the pick. Lillard against Lawson. Jackson kicks to Brewer. From 12 feet out. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the quarter.
Lillard with it. Now Lawson defending. Aminu. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Aminu's got 10 points in the game.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
Back to Lawson. Fires for three. And that one's good. Lawson's got his second basket of the night.
It's like they forgot that anybody else.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Rockets trail by 15. Wingate is out there with Davis. Then there's Hardaway. Then it's Gortat. And it's Lillard in at the point guard. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Monty Eunice's shot is good.
That's really told the story today, guys. I mean, throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and then finish.
More active and more physical down low. That's what's really been the difference thus far.
Now, here is Gortat. Three-pointer, Lillard, and that one's good. Lillard's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
You have got to make some kind of a defensive adjustment here. He is just lighting them up from beyond.
Greg, I don't know what else they can do. I mean, even when they've closed out on him, he's still been knocking them down.
Pass to Wingate, wide open. Second chance shot, and it's going to be two free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. Tonight, it'll be the Memphis Grizzlies up against the Houston Rockets at Toyota Center. Taking a look at the Rockets, they've been on top of their game from the opening tip of the new season. Each time out, they seem to be refining their approach and getting more confident as a unit. They've got to feel good about how things are starting to take shape. We could be looking at 4 quarters of end-to-end basketball tonight. Both teams extremely athletic. Kenny, who were some of the more athletic guys you played against?
Most athletic guys, wow. I think at the point guard position, there was a lot of athletic guys. But the guy who was probably toughest to keep out of the lane, other than Isaiah Thomas, was Kevin Johnson, who doesn't get a lot. The mayor of Sacramento, Shaq's new franchise.
For me, it was Hakeem. He was quick, smart, and highly skilled. Everyone knows I was a bully, Ernie. I couldn't break this guy. One time I bowled him in the chest. He just looked at me and said, "Nice elbow, big fella."
That's how Hakeem talked. I thought it was him. I had to look. I thought Hakeem was in the building.
I couldn't break him.
Wow.
Coming up shortly, the tip-off. The man with the call, Kevin Harlan.
The starting lineup of the visiting Memphis.
This is 2K Sports, broadcasting from Houston, Texas, as the Rockets take it to the hardwood. The Houston Rockets come into this one following a loss to the Trailblazers in Portland.
And really, had they just shot their average from the free throw line in that game, I think that probably changes the outcome.
No doubt. I mean, because there is a carryover effect when you're not having success at the line.
A look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. Randolph is the 4 with Gasol in the middle. Allen and Green are the wings. And it's Conley in at the 1.
And how about that? Just an easy way to get on the board.
And just like that, Greg, the first lead belongs to them.
Gasol is screen on Jackson. Conley's shot is off. Left side Jackson. It's stolen by Green. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. Green leading the charge.
Yeah, how about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Yeah, we call that playing through the whistle. You know, he didn't give up on it when he heard the whistle. He kept his focus, his concentration, and he found a way to get the shot up and down.
Stolen by Randolph. Conley against Ariza. Here's Green. Matajunas grabs the miss.
And, you know, coaches just love players who they can count on to give that effort defensively.
And he clearly is one of those guys, Greg. We saw it right there. Nice work forcing that miss.
Grizzlies have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Conley against Jackson. Green, the screen. Conley kicks to Randolph. Another shot. Conley's shot is off.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Gasol with the steal. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Conley the pass to Randolph. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Randolph's got his first 2 points. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Memphis?
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
And it's Conley penetrating. Pass to Randolph. The 11-footer. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Randolph's got his second bucket of the night. Now we go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Dave Yeager. Doris?
Kevin, when I asked him about their game plan on the defensive end, he said they were looking to clog things up in the middle of the floor and not allow any clear looks at the basket from inside the paint. He feels if they can accomplish that, they'll have the upper hand on defense. Let's see how it plays out, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. And the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
Assist goes to Tony Allen.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Jackson dishes to Matajunas. Houston moving the ball around. Stolen by Conley. Unloads from 13. Here's Allen. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Harden inside the three-point line. Offensive rebound.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Outside, Green. Kicks to Gasol. Outside, Conley. From deep. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Now here's Jackson. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Portland.
And also give him credit for his ability to pass the basketball. He was always looking for the open man. The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Pushes the lead to double digits.
And a huge lead here early to